What is going on to you, Cancer Crabs? Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. So look, there's a link in the comment section below called a Linktree link. Click on it. It will redirect you to a website which has all the ways for you to financially support me so I can most definitely keep the show going. Yeah, I have everything from tarot. I can give you tarot card readings, birth chart readings. I teach you the tarot yourself. Also, I have my books out. They are available on Amazon. Thank you in advance. Thank you to everybody that's come through, donations, come through, gotten readings. But anyway, thank you. So for you Cancer Crabs, you have the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. So what it is that I'm saying here is that a lot of you Cancer Crabs have thought that you've gotten this with a couple of people, where you and this other person, or you and other people, thought that you were actually going to be a happy family. But you realize that a lot of people make it seem like that's what it is that you're getting, when that's not really what it is that you're getting at all with those people. And you tried to make it into a happy family. You tried that. But other people had other thoughts in mind. So the Ace of Wands represents, so you have to be very careful, Cancer Crabs, about who it is that you share your space with, you know. I know a lot of you Cancer Crabs are suspicious and you question anyway. A lot of y'all are detective types. You like to be very inquisitive, like to find out a lot of what other people got going on and understand how people think, right? You like to understand people's natures, and that's a good thing. But the thing is that you have to start using what it is that you know, right? Use what it is that you know. Don't just be ripping and running around and just be, you know, nonsensical and just allow people to tell you anything and you just go with it, right? And like it is, as I said before, the Nine of Pentacles represents how, so a lot of you have to utilize your patience as well. A lot of you have a lot of patience, right? Y'all are the zodiac sign that is known, y'all are notorious, Cancer Crabs and Capricorn, but especially you Cancer Crabs, y'all are notorious for your patience. And that's for a reason, because y'all are the most patient zodiac sign. And with patience comes a lot of advantage, right? But the Nine of Pentacles represents a lot of you still being patient, are very much so busy with your own life, your own ability to exist, or I should say your own existentialism, right? Creating your own destiny for yourself. And like it is that I said before, or I was alluding to, it sucks how it is that, you know, it seems like you want a family, because a family is something that Cancer Crabs, all Cancer Crabs want, whether it's being born into a good family or whether it's creating one of their own, right? From friends, romantic interests, and, you know, once again, Vin Diesel is a Cancer Crab. Take a look at the Fast and Furious series, right? What was Vin Diesel talking about? Family. That's, you know, people kind of made a meme out of him and made a little bit fun of him or whatnot, but it's the truth. You know, he's really speaking to the Cancer Crab in him, you know. And the thing is that, so the Five of Swords represents how, you know, it really could have been beautiful if other people were functional, but they're not. They're dysfunctional. They're very hypocritical of you and of themselves. And like it is, I said before, it would have been beautiful. And you Cancer Crabs know that it would have been beautiful. It could have been. But you Cancer Crabs also know that when it was time to cut things off between you and this person, you knew that it was time to stop talking to them, to cut them off. The Six of Swords now represents how, since that's the case, so now you're back out here trying to get to know other people, right? Very much so. There's a lot of fun that you're having as single, but you're still open to get to know other people though. That's the thing. That's kind of a good mix of both. You're happy being single, right? You're content, but at the same time, you're still willing to meet other people, and you're still putting yourself out here, getting to know others. So it's not like, even though it's not like you dislike being single and you're trying to get into a relationship to kind of cure, even for a short period of time, that level of loneliness that you feel being single. That's not what it is. That is not what it is. You like being single, but you like being in a relationship more. You understand? And you don't really have a problem with either, as far as being single or going after a relationship. It's just that you understand that, if you can't be happy being by yourself, at least even for a short period of time, for you to even, but if you need any of your problems fixed, or you don't, that if a person has so much of a hard time being by themselves for even a short period of time, right, and they're supposed to be single, they're not going to make it. They're going to get chewed up and spit back out, because if they're tripping about something that we naturally do, right? Most of us were born into most of us don't have twins. So most of us were born into the world not really having twins. We weren't born with somebody else alongside us, like twins are, right? One comes first and then the other one comes right afterwards. But you born, right? It's the same time. It's basically, the same time anyway. So the Seven of Pentacles now represents, some of you Cancer crabs may even want an extra child. That's what I'm getting. Some of you Cancer crabs may be open to that. Like, if you found the correct person, you would be open to another child. Absolutely. The Empress and the Judgment is about how it is, but for you, it has to be the correct one, though. A lot of this is what it is I'm getting. For you Cancer crabs, it most definitely has to be the correct one. The Empress represents you vetting, and the Judgment represents you you're vetting, right? You're trying to make sure that people are they're keeping it a 100 with you, right? They're being honest with you and transparent. But at the same time, when they're not, right, then you're going to essentially eliminate them. You're going to cut them off from being around you. This is one of those readings. But like it is that I said before, you're open to making a new addition to your family, a lot of you. Some of you may already have some children, that is, or a child. But some of you Cancer crabs may be open to add if it's the correct person. For some of you Cancer crabs, you may not necessarily be willing to add as far as another child. This is just, you're willing to welcome that person into the family if they're okay with it, and if they are the correct ones. The Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Wands represents, but this is kind of where it is that the frustration is, because for you Cancer crabs, right, and I'm not saying that this is the truth, I'm saying that this is the way that you may be perceiving it. Some of you Cancer crabs may be perceiving it like you're open and you're willing, but it seems like all the decent individuals are essentially eluding you, right? Or you're kind of asking yourself, like, okay, like, where, you know what I mean? Like, are the decent people just kind of standing back? Like, what happened to, why are you not meeting those decent people, right? This is the question that a lot of you Cancer crabs are asking yourselves, like, why are you not meeting those people? And to be honest with you, some of it could be you, some of it could be, if we're being transparent, the spirit of transparency could be you, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be you, though, right? As far as you're destroying it and ruining it, it could be because you're too good, you know, real talk. Because I have tons of people who will try to gaslight me and make it seem like, oh, you bringing in those types of people. It's like, you gotta understand that I'm not communicating with any Keishas, with any dysfunctional individuals since the beginning of the year. Like it is that I said, I haven't, like it is that I said it and I meant it. I haven't been associating with any of those individuals, right? Any of those dysfunctional individuals. I haven't been spending time around them. So if they're, see, this is the problem. They don't even understand context. Like, okay, if they're coming to me unprovoked, I'm not doing anything, how am I attracting them if I am the one actually staying away from them? And like it is, I said before, it's been pretty quiet over on my side. See, they tried to make it mystical. Oh, the universe has a way. Oh, so now we're gonna go ahead and just deal with the psycho mumbo jumbo, right? The universe has a way. I take all of that stuff as cap, because it is cap. You know what I mean? Factually, it's cap. And it's the same thing with you, Cancer Crabs. Some of it may not even necessarily really even be you, truth be told. A lot of you may just be blaming it on yourselves. And what I mean when I say you may be blaming it on yourselves, I mean, it may be because of the fact that other people are dysfunctional. You know what I mean? Because once again, and I'm not trying to make it about me, but I understand the plight of where it is that you Cancer Crabs are coming from. Because like I said before, if I was to open my mouth, like for instance, right, like one of the people that I was trying to get to know, right, the person told me that they not really trying to be in a like a raggedy relationship. They trying to actually have some form of commitment. Basically, they're trying to be in a marriage or whatever. So I told the person, I'm not going to say who it is, but I told the person, right, the marriage thing is too big asking for that. This is what I told him. I said, the marriage thing is too big asking for that right now. I said, but sure, we can build up to it. Let's see where it is that this thing is going. We could build up to that. I told the person that. I said, if you serious, I said, okay. I said, let's build up to that. So if I'm ripping and running around and playing games and wasting people's time, why would I tell the person, hey, the marriage thing is too big right now. That's I'm biting off way more than it is that I could chew. You know what I mean? You're putting too much of a timetable on me, and I'm the one that gatekeeps or controls relationships. So the relationship is going to go as fast as or slow or in the middle as much as I say, considering with my anatomy, right? The people who don't have my anatomy, they control romantic fun. The people who do have my anatomy, born with my anatomy, they control the tempo or the speed or the pace of the relationship. So that's right. So the thing about it is, what did I say? I didn't say to the person, no. I said, okay, this is what I told the person. I said, okay, but I want to make sure that you are the right person. And the best way to do that is to get to know them. So I didn't say no. So this is what it is I'm talking about. Because after that, the person started to go off on their own tangent. They don't want to be in a relationship with me, even though I'm telling them, hey, let's go out, which is the beginnings of a relationship, right? So I'm not doing the person any wrong, but then you'll still have people who will come to me and talk about how it is, and I'm over here and I'm, whatever. It's cap, it's copium, right? It's copium. COPIUM. It's copium. What I mean when I said, and I hope YouTube don't hit me for that, but what it is that I mean when I say copium, I mean it's slang. It's a person's way of coping with the fact that they're dysfunctional. So they got to try to act like that's not what it is and gaslight the person. And that's the same type of scenario that you Cancer crabs, that's another element in which you Cancer crabs may be coming up with. You may be trying to date some people, real talk, and some of those people be trying to be wasting your time and BSing. You know what I mean? They're not, the two of y'all are not having any kind of discussions or whatnot. They over here avoiding you. And then when you Cancer crabs are trying to get some more information, the person is talking about how it is that you Cancer crabs are not, they can't be in a relationship with you Cancer crabs because of the fact that you Cancer crabs are trash or whatever. So it very much so could be gaslighting. And more than likely, it probably is. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all, right? Because because whenever it is that we over here, we get something terrible, we have to look at ourselves first. We can't be so oblivious to ourselves to the point where we don't even question ourselves whatsoever, right? Because we're so out of touch with reality. No, we want to make sure that our stuff is good over here before we actually start asking questions towards other people. That's the whole point. So when somebody puts it on you Cancer crabs, right? Or I should say us, because we are a community over here on this channel, right? And I want it to be a very functional, embracing community, one that is real with each other, right? Most definitely, like a family, So you Cancer crabs already have that family setting over here on this channel. So subscribe. Real talk, join the family. But what was I saying? Yeah, so now I remember, right? I was just BSing. But you Cancer crabs, you may be putting it on yourselves like, okay, what's going on? And you may not even realize that's not even the truth, what it is that you're telling yourself. So we need to clarify some of these cards so I can help you out even more. So let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Five of Cups, the Two of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Hierophant. To clarify the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So the Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. Once again, those people are this is what I'm talking about. The Five of Cups and the Two of Swords. The people who are trying to project it onto you like there was something wrong with you, they have something dysfunctional going on. And the reason why it is that they couldn't get with you is because you Cancer crabs was probably too good to be with them. And they know that. Those are the type of people who are not in control of their emotions like that. So you know what? So they'll get impatient and they can't wait on your development. They want you and they want you now and they want you to be this finished product. And those are the type of people that you Cancer crabs and anyone really can't be in a relationship with, because in order to be in a relationship, you have to accept who they are and then accept their potential. But first, you have to accept who they are. This is why it is that to a certain extent, those people who's talking trash about me or whatnot, they were right. But the thing about it is, what they don't understand is, and this is the gaslight, what they don't understand about a Cancer crab is, they're talking to me in a wrong time period. And what I mean by that is, that was when I was younger. That was back in 2015. That was back in 2014, 2012, 2013. That was back then. I was trying to get those type of people. Now I'm actually trying to stay away from them. Not even trying. I am staying away from them. And I'm making way better choices as to the quality of the people that it is that I choose to keep around me. That's facts. So once again, is it really a symptom of you drawing them in? Because I'm not doing anything to even entice them. As a matter of fact, I'm letting them know straight up that if they don't, if they don't become functional, I'm not going to hang around them. And then I'm separating from them, right? And while it is I'm going out and I'm still trying to date at the time and hang out with them. I'm not talking about dating now, because I will not date in the U.S. I'm telling y'all. But the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords, I'm saying all that not to talk about myself, but I'm saying all that Because you know you have some people who are hard-headed. You got to always explain certain things to them because, you know, they're kind of slow. But, you know, I'm not saying all of y'all. I'm saying, you know, for the ones who are, you know, they always. But anyway, Cancer, what I'm trying to say for you is I'm not talking about myself just for talking about myself. I'm talking about myself so that y'all can get a better understanding and y'all can learn from my mistakes. A wise individual not only learns from their mistakes, but they learn from the mistakes of other people. So I'm telling you all this so that y'all could, so I'm being transparent so that y'all can have a better understanding of where it is that I'm coming from. The Seven of Cups and the Knight of Swords represents how those people have not been doing anything significant or anything important since they try to project those type of nonsense onto you. So if you are worried about people progressing past you, a lot of those individuals that you've had hard times with, particularly over the past 1 to 2 years, right? Any of those connections that you've had, those people have gone on to do worse, to do terrible things to themselves, ultimately. They are left up to their own devices, right? And the Hierophant represents you just have to not, you know, don't get impatient and start picking people just for the sake of picking them. You want to remain patient, but that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Listen, Cancer Crabs, continue to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure that this video gets 100 likes. Listen, I'm on y'all's side, and I want y'all to most definitely do well as well, of course. I want all the zodiac signs over here to do well. Appreciate y'all. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe, smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.